Chapter 8, Mishnah 5. This Mishnah teaches various laws that concern immersion in a mikvah, beginning with a case involving a nida and her saliva. Both the nida and her saliva are avos hatuma, which can transmit tuma to people and utensils. If a nida put coins into her mouth and some saliva collected on them, and she then went down and immersed herself in a mikvah with the coins still in her mouth, she is purified of her nida tuma, but she is tameh as a rishon l'tuma on account of her saliva. Although the immersion was effective for her body, the saliva on the coins remained tameh as before avatuma, because this saliva is considered separate from her body. Thus, after immersion, it makes her tameh as a rishon l'tuma by touching the inside of her mouth. In order for immersion to be valid, the mikvah must touch every exposed surface of the body or object being immersed. In the following cases, a nida's immersion is disqualified because a part of her body did not come into contact with the water. If she put her hair in her mouth and she closed her mouth, such that the water could not reach the hair, or she clenched her hands, such that the water could not reach the palm of her hand, or she pressed her lips tightly together, such that the water could not reach the outer parts of her lips, it is as if she did not immerse herself and she remains tameh as she was before, because the mikvah water did not touch the hair, the palm of her hand, or the outer parts of the lips. The Mishnah deals with cases where someone immerses a tameh person or object and holds onto the person or object through the immersion. If one holds onto a tameh person or tameh utensils and immerses them, they remain tameh. This is true whether he holds them tightly or loosely. If he holds them tightly, the immersion is ineffective, even according to biblical law, because the water of the mikveh cannot reach the surfaces that are being gripped. And even if he holds them loosely so that the water can reach all the surfaces, the rabbis decreed that the immersion is ineffective because the rabbis were concerned that one might not hold them loosely enough. However, if he rinsed his hands in water before he took hold of the tameh person or utensils to immerse them, they become tahor. The water on his hands forms a continuation of the mikveh, and thus the surfaces gripped by his hands are also immersed in the mikveh. According to the previous Tana, even if the person immersing the tameh person or objects held onto them loosely, the rabbis decreed that the immersion is ineffective. The next Tana disagrees. Rabbi Shimon says he may loosen his grip on the tameh person or utensils so that the water goes between his hand or their surfaces. The rabbis did not invalidate such immersion. The Mishnah now teaches that certain parts of the body need not come into contact with the water of the mikveh. Concealed areas, i.e. areas hidden from sight within the hollows and holes of the body, such as inside the ears, nose, and mouth, and folded areas, i.e. areas that are usually covered by folds in the skin, such as within the armpit or within wrinkles of the skin, do not require that the water should enter them. The immersion is valid even if the water of the mikveh did not touch the concealed or folded parts of the body.